Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Thursday banger, and I got one. I keep one. That's a lock. Y'all already know what it is, man. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content, making sure y'all got something to watch every day while y'all at work. I have no problem making sure all my truck drivers is on the road handling their business, got something to watch while they are on the road. I have no problem doing these things, man. I have no problem schooling y'all and letting y'all know about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing it, man. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just stay out the way, man. That's it, man. Just stay out the way. Stay out the way. Take care of your family. Make sure you taking care of you first, man. Take care of what matters the most. You. Take care of you, man. You come first, man. Then your family. You take care of yourself. You take care of your family because you're taking care of yourself, man. Once you're taking care of yourself, your family gonna fall right into that, man. But you must take care of yourself first, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're gonna end up doing something stupid. You're gonna end up being around the wrong people. You're gonna end up going to the wrong places. I'm letting you know, man, staying out the way can be easy if you wanted to be, man. Stop fighting it, y'all. I already know for a fact y'all want to stay out the way. Ain't nobody that watch my podcast right now that be getting in trouble, want to go to penitentiary or go to jail. Nobody wants to do these things, man. So just stay out the way. Mind your business, take care of your family, y'all. That's it. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Thursday banger right here. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do with this one right here, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get this. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called Crazy Violence. It's a crazy one right here, y'all, man. This is a crazy one, man. Gotta give y'all this one. This was a crazy one right here, man. But y'all gotta understand, living in a place so dangerous like prison, man, you're gonna see violence. You're gonna witness violence. You might have to indulge in violence, man. Like, that's just how that landscape is. It's a dangerous place to live. You know, nobody wants to be there, man. So everybody's angry within their self. So that's how violence always comes, man, because everybody's really basically angry within their self. So when a situation comes, man, they have nothing else to do but put all their energy into hurting the next person, man. That's all dudes do all day in prison, man, because it's so dangerous. So violence comes all type of different ways, man. It can come from gambling, hustling, owing, all type of stuff, man. You never know where it comes from. Jealousy, everything, man. Violence will come in prison, man. That's why I tell y'all never come to prison, because it's a violent place to be. I just survived. I was one of the lucky ones, man. You have people in there that don't survive all them years like I did, man. But with that being said, y'all, we are on Sussex 2 for this story right here, y'all. We on Sussex 2 for this story right here, man. And I can remember being in 3D right here on this one, y'all, man. We was in 3D. But I already explained this to a lot of people that, you know, that follow my stories. You already know when I was in 3D, that's a set. We was like segregated away from everybody. We still went to rec and did everything else with everybody. We just was the only part of that building. So I tell everybody, man, with us being in that building, the only population part in that building, they let us do whatever, like kind of like, not really whatever, but they didn't have nobody else to worry about except our pod. So like everybody kind of was really like leniency on us. Like they didn't really do nothing crazy, try to run down all the time. It got crazy later on, but in the beginning, we done what we want. But the whole time I'm in this block, man, you know what I mean? Like after being in there probably about almost 6 months, like the block was a good block. Like everybody in there is cool with each other. Like they had the Bloods in there. They had Richmond dudes in there. They had a few dudes. Everybody was in there. Newport News. There was a lot of people in there. But the whole time, man, like I would say, man, like, you know, dudes went like us being just in that one pod rather, like dudes had nothing else to do but kind of like watch other people's stuff. Like I told y'all how people just be real observative and people be doing this and doing that. So dudes are super nosy. Just on the simple fact that there's only one pod in this building. It's just us in there. We see each other all day. And it's like that in the other blocks. I mean, in the other buildings. But when you're in another building, you got 3 other pods to worry about. Like, it's just a little bit more different. So Our block, everybody knows kind of like where everybody was going on, where everybody's business. So people try to move militant in there. People try to move without letting people know what was going on with their life and what's going on with their business, how dudes getting money. Like, dudes probably had phones in there. I had a phone in there at one point, but this was later on. But in the beginning of the 3D, like, I'm pretty sure dudes probably had phones because they won't messing with us over there. They won't running down on us. They won't being idiots. Like, they won't doing none of that, man. Like, we were going our little annual shakedown, and that's all it would be. But the whole time that I'm in there, like, I only dealt with probably a few people. Like, I talked to a lot of dudes from different cities, but it was this one dude, man. We gonna call him Billy, man. Billy was from Portsmouth, you know what I mean? Billy was a dude that was from P-Town, Pistol City, man. And for real, like, Billy wasn't no slouch. I ain't even gonna lie, he wasn't no slouch. He wasn't such like a big dude or nothing like that, but Billy was not no slouch. Like, he wasn't a dude that you could try to carry or do anything to. He wasn't on that type of time. But Billy was someone, man, he used to go to the V room. Probably every week, if not every week, at least every other week. He'll go to the V room, his baby mama will come see him, and bro will come back with the riggedy. He will come back with that raw, y'all. He coming back with it every time. Now, I told y'all, usually those cities like Norfolk, Portsmouth, Richmond, those dudes kind of like, we going over to the V room, or when we try to get the package in, we striking for the D block, because the D block, when I first got locked up, when I was on Sussex 2, that was a hot commodity. That was the drug that was like going, exploding all over the penitentiary, just like it was on the street. But that's usually what dudes from P-Town and Richmond definitely. Sometimes Norfolk, but P-Town and Richmond definitely going to get that because their cities are like one of the main attractions for that drug right there. So Billy used to go get the pack, you know what I mean? Now, Billy he used to tamper with his nose a little bit too, you know what I mean? He was one of those dudes that would mess with his own supply. He used to do that, but he wasn't on no fiend out stuff. He was just a regular dude in there that would get money with the D block and mess with his nose a little bit, man. That was his preference. I never looked at him no difference because there was a lot of dudes that I knew that was official that still mess with that D block. Billy was one of them. So when Billy go to the VI, Billy would have the D block. He would have D block. He would have it, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, Billy used to love the D block, man. I believe majority of the reasons him going to the V room was to get the D block for his habit. He would make money, but still though, like, he would still be messing with it the whole time. So I remember he went over there before, you know what I mean? He went over there this time, he came back. And when he came back, he didn't have no D block. He came back, he had marijuana. So when he had marijuana, like, that's when, you know, I push up. You know what I mean? I heard he got the marijuana. I'm like, damn, because I know bro don't never get the marijuana. So I pull up on him, you know what I mean? We kick it. Like, yo, what's good, bro? I'm trying to, you know what I mean? So he like, yeah, he like, damn, you a lot, Weezy, man. You know what I mean? He was like, look. He was like, man, but I need you to do me a favor though. I was like, what? He was like, man, my homeboy ain't had no work on the street. He ain't had no work. He said he ain't gonna be straight the next week. He was like, so I ain't get no D block. He was like, I ain't get no D block. But he was like, your man in 4B, they say he got it. Now he's talking about a dude that I know from Norfolk. Now me and him was cool. The guy that he's talking about down in 4 building, he's cool. But we wasn't like to the point where I could go to him and get a deal and like maybe ask for something, you know what I mean? But he was like, look, tell him you got the marijuana and see if we can swap, you know what I mean? He was like, look, man, do that for me, man, because I see you be talking to him sometime. Now, I used to talk to bro that he talking about that was in 4 building, but we never did big favors for each other like that. So I didn't really know how this was going to go, but I went to holler at my man. When we went outside, Rick, I caught my man, and I told him, like, yo, look, it's a dude in here that got the blah, blah, blah. He trying to trade. He said, you got this? He was like, yeah, I got, but I really want money, though, Weezy. I'm like, man, I'm saying, though, look, just trade him something, you know what I mean? He was like, man, you trying to trade him? He was like, because I don't want the marijuana. So he was like, what I'll do is this. He said, I'll just give you 5 eggs, bro. He was like, just give me $50. He said, just send me $50, then you can trade bro for whatever you want to do. So I made the transaction, you know what I mean? I owed bro 50 cents, and I went back to Billy. Me and Billy did the trade. Billy threw me like 8 spoons. He looked out for me. I gave him all that. I gave him all 5 eggs. You know what I mean? 5 eggs is like $50, $60, but you know, he don't got nothing, so he just looked out. So he hit me off. So me and bro had a kind of like a cool friendship slightly, like, you know what I mean? Especially after that transaction, because he was happy that I made it happen. He was like, he probably was thinking that I wasn't gonna make it happen. And it almost didn't happen because my homeboy didn't care about swapping for the marijuana. My homeboy wanted that green. That's all he wanted was that money. So like he barely got through with this deal right here, man. But I made it shake, and me and Billy was real cool after that play right there, y'all. So boom! The whole time Billy in the block. You know what I mean? Billy was in the cell with a dude from P-Town. You know what I mean? He was in there with a dude from P-Town. His roommate was feeling like he was the luckiest man on earth to be roommates with Billy. For one, he tampered with his nose too. And for 2, Billy keep a lot of stuff in the cell. And for 3, Billy gonna make sure they eat in the cell. So for the most part, his roommate was straight. His roommate was an older dude, kind of slightly from Portsmouth. You could tell he was older than Billy, but they were cool, compatible roommates. You know what I mean? Now, his roommate so happened to be getting ready to go home soon, which I didn't know. So they ended up transferring him to Indian Creek. You know what I mean? He wanted to go to St. Bride's, but he came back and said they was sending him to the therapeutic jump, which is Indian Creek. And when he got transferred to that, like, before he got transferred to that, like, I know Billy was mad because if you a dude that's getting on with the package and you in there moving around and you doing your thing, kind of like you want to make sure your roommate is trustworthy because like Sussex is a place where you gotta have a cool, trustworthy roommate because your roommate gonna see everything. You know what I mean? So I already know Billy was a little mad that his roommate was getting transferred and that little sweet play was gone. You know what I mean? I know he was getting angry about that, but at the same time though, like, Billy was one of those dudes, like he probably was locked up about the same amount of time it was me. Or he could have got locked up in 99. I got locked up in 2000. So he probably had me by like a year or two or whatever, but he was already experienced to doing time, like just like I was. So wherever the case was going to be, I'm pretty sure he was going to know how to adjust and pivot and kind of like get somebody else in the room and, you know what I mean, still keep his program going. So that's all I'm thinking. But the whole time he was just looking mad the whole day before his roommate left. You know what I mean? He was just in the par like, shh. You know what I mean? And I told you dudes be mad about that because like you got to go through trying to find a whole new roommate. Now he had homeboys, you know what I mean, that was in there from Portsmouth. He had like 3 dudes that he used to rock with in there from Portsmouth. It was like 5 of them. And now it's 4 of them down in his room. His roommates leaving. But it was like 3, 4 other dudes that he would kick it with. But they already was in the cell with somebody they was cool and compatible with. You know what I mean? So I know for a fact they weren't really trying to move and he wasn't going to ask them. So that's why Billy was upset. So the whole time Billy is in the block, y'all, it's another dude in the block. And he's not from Portsmouth, he's from Chesapeake. Now, this dude from Chesapeake, man, we're gonna call him Tommy. Now, Tommy is the type of dude, he's one of these dudes, he stays in the CO's face. He like hollering at the women, he like doing this, he like doing that. This is what he do. Like, he's one of those guys that when you see a decent, halfway decent CO working, he's gonna be up there trying to shoot his shot once it's all said and done. That's just what he do. Now, I never seen the man get lucky, but he has touched drugs a few times in there. I have seen him get on a few times in there. So I'm pretty sure he probably done got lucky a few times, but he was one of those dudes that just stay into the CO's face. That's what he does best. Now, he wouldn't be in the gun range and be hating like that. He wasn't on that type of time, but like if he catch her in a designated area, he's definitely shooting his shot. So the whole time they was in the block, it used to be this lady that was in there, man, and she didn't work long, but I remember when she was working in there, I seen Billy trying to holler at the lady. You know what I mean? Billy was at the lady first. Now, when Billy tried to holler at the lady, I never really seen Billy try to talk to the CO, but Billy ended up trying to get with the CO. But the whole time, Tommy was trying to holler at the CO too. So Tommy started feeling some type of way that Billy was kind of in his way, you know what I mean? So since that day on, then this was the crazy thing, y'all. The lady didn't even stay in our building. She started over in 3D, then they sent her to one building. So she was out of there like, we'll see her every blue moon, but she wasn't working our building. But those two had still bumped heads from the, you know what I mean? Tommy feeling like Billy was, you know what I mean, in the way. So they didn't really like each other, long story short. And they said it went back all the way into where Portsmouth got to beefing with Chesapeake, because I want to say that Tommy was was from the part of Chesapeake that's kind of like close to Portsmouth. Now, Chesapeake and Portsmouth are not far from each other anyway, but I want to say it's like a side of Chesapeake, probably the Deep Creek side. They like real close to Portsmouth. So I think that's where Tommy was from. But the whole time, Tommy and Billy don't like each other. I done seen them get to arguing in the pod about some sports or just something stupid. You can just tell they didn't like each other. You know what I mean? Did they ever fight? No, they never fought, but they hated each other, man. So now that the lady's been gone, you know what I mean? Tommy's in the block. Tommy's doing his regular activity. Billy is kind of on top without any CO. Billy's going to get the package himself. So Billy will be in the pod doing his thing. And I already know for a fact that Tommy was hating, you know what I mean? Tommy was kind of like a prime hater and he wouldn't even care, you know what I mean? He would do stuff like this, just like when I traded bro for the weed, you know what I mean? So when I got the weed, the nigga Tommy sleep like in 44 cell. He slept on the same side of the tier I slept on, all the way at the last joint. So when they popped the doors for us to come out, after I had got the smoke from Billy, of course my cell smells like weed. So the door opened, poosh. It smelled like incense and weed. So everybody probably, there's a few other dudes smoking, but when he walked past my door, he got to come past my door. Billy walked past my door. He was like, nah, Weezy, where that, bro? I was like, shh. I was like, bro, listen, bro, I probably had something for sale later though, man. He was like, who got it? I was like, man, bro got it. He was like, who? I was like, Billy. He was like, man, fuck Billy, man. I was like, nah, come on, bro. Oh, man, leave Billy alone, man. He was like, man, because Tommy was slightly a little bit bigger, slightly. So that's why I would think Tommy would probably want to fight, but just the way he used to hate used to just throw me off. So he like, hey, fuck Man, fuck Billy, man. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. You can't do it like that, Tommy, man. Like, you just hating on bro for you know what I mean? Like, y'all, what y'all beefing for? He was like, man, that nigga don't like me. I'm like, bro, you be acting like you don't like him. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, how like him? I said, I ain't gonna have nothing later. And which was true, because I had weed, but I wasn't trying to sell it right then and there. I didn't need no food, hygiene, nobody to be worrisome. I didn't have nothing to make money like that. All I had enough was to sell to get bro his $50 for giving me the D block. That's all I was gonna sell. So like I'd be petty like that sometimes, y'all. I get the marijuana, don't sell nothing. That's just how I be sometimes, y'all. So boom. I mean, a few days go on. Billy's still doing his old tricks. Billy is still going to the VI, getting that D block. You know what I mean? The next week came by, he went right back to the VI and came back with the D block. You know what I mean? Bro didn't care, man. You got one of these, you got dudes that just don't care about going to the V room, risking themselves. Like, I felt like Sussex was Fort Knox going to the visit room and getting the package, but dudes used to do it. I couldn't understand it, man, because that shakedown and the way they watch you and how the tables look and everything, man, like you gotta be a magician to make the play, man. And that's who Billy was, man. Billy would come back with that stuff every play. Every play, Billy coming back with that stuff, man. So now his celly is gone, y'all. Billy's celly is out of there. You know what I mean? Billy got the package, you know what I mean? For like the first 4 days, he didn't have a roommate, you know what I mean? So he trying to, you know, still do him. He dolo in the cell. I know he enjoying this time dolo in the cell. But I'll say about after those 4 days was up, next thing you know, you hear, look, it's two dudes coming in the pod, you know what I mean? It's a kind of taller dude, kind of got a little size to him, you know what I mean? I seen him before, but I couldn't see who he was, but I seen the face. I was just waiting for, because when dudes coming in, the people will hit the police noise when they see them getting ready to come in through the door, they'll be outside 2 doors, and dudes were like, police, you'll see, so you looking, I'm looking, and I see the dude, but I can't really pick his face out, but I seen him before, so he come in, when they come in with the cart, they walk in, I see the dude, kind of big dude. The dude was a blood dude, we're gonna call him Lex. Now Lex was on it like, you know what I mean? Like, from what I know of Lex, when I finally saw who he was, like, I was in 2C with Lex. Lex was the type of dude, Lex, he's a blood dude, like, he was slightly different. He was slightly a little different. I ain't even gonna lie, he was a little different from everybody because, like, and when I say everybody, he was different from like a lot of the Bloods. I'm gonna say that because Lex's mission was, he really was trying to get some paper. I ain't even gonna lie. He really wanted to get some paper. When I was in 2C with him, when he first got on the compound, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, almost, like when he came in the block, he saw what the Bloods was going, what the Bloods had going on. Immediately, he like, yo, y'all tripping, man. What y'all got going on, man? Like I heard him snapping on the Bloods. We gotta get this money, man. Man, who coming to see you? Your girl coming to see you. Man, this is my word. I hear him talking like that to his homies, man. What? Who come see you? Your girl? Who come see you, bro? You be going to V room. Who come see you? Your brother? Man, look, bro, we gotta come to the round table, bro. I can do this and do that. Y'all got the resources. Let's make it happen. Why we not getting no bag? Why we not getting to the money? And when I used to hear him snap like that, and we was in 2 building, like, I felt him. It's crazy that it sound that he asking his homies to get his peoples to risk themselves just to get the bag. Like, I felt what he was coming from. Like, why we gonna be in here, have numbers and have the resources, and we not getting no bag? You know what I mean? Now, like, bro was different. You know what I mean? Like, I want to say Lex was from Lynchburg, for real. Like, he was a blood from Lynchburg. I want to say that's where he was from. He wasn't from Tidewater or Richmond. I know that. So I'm thinking he was from Lynchburg, but he was a lot different than a lot of the Bloods. You know what I mean? So when I look up and see him coming in the pod, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, so he know me. So I'm standing kind of like a little bit distance from the door. So he walk in, he looking around. You know what I mean? I don't know if the blood seen that he was in there yet, because it's definitely Bloods in the block. But he looking around, and when he spotted me, he was like, Weezy, what's up? I was like, what's up, bro? I was like, where you coming from? He was like, out the hole. I was like, for real, man? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, crazy, man. He was like, it is over here. I'm like, bro, you good over here? He was like, y'all the only part in the building. He said, I left next door to come over here. I was like, yeah, bro. I said, we the only population part. I said, but look, it got his good things and bad things. I said, the good thing is they don't got to worry about nobody else but us. So they don't mess with us. So you good. I was like, ain't no shaking down, none of that. He was like, for real. He's like, man, look, man, I'm trying to get home. I was like, damn, what cell you going to? He was like, man, I'm going to cell 24. I was like, 24? I was like, oh, bro, you going in the cell with Billy, bro? He was like, Billy. I was like, Billy from Portsmouth. He was like, oh, I fuck with Billy. Where he at? I was like, he in the cell. So Billy was in the cell the whole time when you know what I mean, when all this was going on. So bro, shoot up the steps. Bro, go up the steps. Bro, take his stuff up there. You know what I mean? Back to the cart, grab his rest of his stuff, grab his TV. He go to 24 cell. He go to 24 cell, the door open. The door open. You see Billy come out. See who it is. Billy come out. You see he got a celly. Blood dude Lex. He was like, oh, what's up, bro? He was like, what's up, dog? What you doing, dog? Lex was like, what's good, bro? Like, shit, I ain't, trying to find my way. So the nigga Billy like, damn, like I seen it on Billy's face. He looked like he was cool, but he still looked slightly bothered because like, he wasn't a dude. Billy wasn't a dude that was loud, put his business out there. He rocked with his little porcelain dudes. He would make sure that when he get the pack, he would make sure they straight. He would look out for the porcelain dudes, make sure the porcelain dudes got something, make sure they got something to eat, make sure they got little stuff to sell. He get the D block. He got them making plays in other buildings. Like they basically running the package for him. So he would look out for his little crew. But when I saw how his face had looked slightly when Lex was moving in his cell, he kind of looked a little bothered, y'all, for a lot of reasons, man. I felt like he looked at it like, damn, man, like, damn, I ain't want no gang in the cell with me, dog. Like, I knew that's what he was thinking. Because that's what I would have been thinking, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, that's would have been the first thing on my mind. Like, these blood dudes, it'd be a lot of blood dudes that I'm cool with. You know what I mean? It'd be a lot of Crip dudes that I'm cool with. But do I want to be roommates with these dudes? No. Because a lot comes with being a gang member roommate. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's hard to explain. You just got to go through it. But like a gang member going to have his homies in the cell. A gang member going to always have people around. A gang member always going to be just a gang member. Like things happen when you're in the cell with a gang member. So a lot of people don't be wanting to be in the cell with a damn gang member. So boom. Billy come out. Billy come down the steps. Hop on the jack. You know what I mean? Pod going on Empire Rec. You know what I mean? We chilling. We waiting on Dunn in a little bit. Everybody out with the pod. Billy get off the jack. He talked to his P-Town dudes, me and my homeboy walking laps. We just chilling. You know what I mean? He called me again. He's like, yo, Weezy, hey, look. He was like, yo, man, you think your homeboy got some more? I was like, damn, I want to say, you ain't got no more. But he was like, man, look, man, I ended up selling the whole batch, bro. So damn near the whole batch to the old white dude in one building. You know what I mean? He was like, I ain't even got nothing for my damn self. I was like, I'll holler at him, bro, but I doubt if he still got some. I said he might. They say they still got it in 4 building. I was like, man, I'm gonna holler at him, bro. So we went to dinner. I shot the message through my man because I can get him to come to the window. I can knock on somebody's window as we leave in 3 building, and 4 building is right beside us. I can knock on one of the doors because he was in 4B, which is the boulevard window. So I can knock on the window, anybody window. Somebody come to the window on that bottom tier. I'll be like, yo, tell bro, come to the back window. So I'll walk to the back window and he'll come to the back window and we'll be like a little bit distance from each other. I can just, he can read my lips and I can tell him what I'm saying. So when they did that, I told bro, my homeboy that's sleeping 4B, I'm like, yo, bro, dude say you got some more. You know what I mean? He was like, he got some money. I'm like, I'm gonna find out. He was like, see if he got some money. You know what I mean? So when we get a chow, I'm like, yo, bro said, you know what I mean? You trying to buy something? You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, I'm trying to buy something. You know what I mean? So as he talking, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know that he was walking with the dude Lex. You know what I mean? So the dude Lex kind of picked the whole conversation. You know what I mean? So I see him and the dude Lex having a conversation about what me and him just had a conversation about, but I don't know what they talk about. But all I know is when it was time to leave, we shoot back, but I shoot back a little bit faster just so I can get my man to be at the window. So when my man came to the window, I brought bro to the window. I brought bro to the part of the gate where the window was at, and I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? So they talked what they was just discussing about. They handled their business. We shot back in the pod. When we get back in the pod, Billy was like, yo, man. He was like, man, that shit crazy, man. He was like, man, that shit crazy, man. He was like, you ain't gonna believe it. I'm like, what? He was like, man, my roommate, man. He was like, man, this man been in the cell one day. He was like, I rocked with him. He was like, man, I was upstate with him. You know what I mean? He was like, I was upstate with him back in the day. Me and him was locked up upstate in the juvenile joint. He was like, so I know him. He was like, but, you know what I mean? He trying to get in the car. You know what I mean? He telling me what he gotta do. His peoples can do this. His peoples can do that. And I'm basically just telling him like, yo, bro, like, I ain't that type of party. But he was like, I don't want to do him dirty, Weezy. I'm like, yo, bro, listen. You know what I mean? Like, bro bought that bag, though. I was like, bro, listen, he bought that bag, though. Like, that's what I'm going to say. Like, Lex is about the bag. So I'm like, you going to let him rock? Let him rock, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even ask Billy to get in the car. I ain't asked Billy to get in the car. I ain't asked none of these things. So Billy kind of like got mixed feelings about it because nobody runs his program except him. You know what I mean? Nobody is in charge of his program except him. He will go over there, get his package, get the money, look out for his baby mama, look out for his own habits, and he'll be straight. That's all Billy wanted to do. Now he's in the cell with an aggressive maniac slightly. And I'm not going to say that Lex was an aggressive maniac, but Lex is aggressive when it comes to, look, let's do it. Now he's in the cell with the dude that's laying in the package. So I can imagine how that conversation was when they was locked down. Billy, I guess, made the play with my homeboy. You know what I mean? He made the play with my homeboy. We come back from dinner. You know what I mean? We lock down every time after dinner. When we come back out after dinner, they all at the door and shit. They like, yo, Like, yo, Weezy, come here. They sell way over there. I'm like, what's up? They're like, come here. I'm like, I go over there. They got the music banging. They got the dominoes. They got the box set up right there in the middle of the floor. Look like they were playing dominoes. So I go to the door. He's like, hey, Weezy, look. Hey, look. Want you in this pod before me? I'm like, yeah. He was like, man, tell him, man, like, all that gang stuff, bro, like trying to hustle with the gang stuff, bro. Tell him he going down. They don't play that. I'm like, yeah, bro, I seen them bag some dudes before, like, so I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I was like, that's what y'all called me for. He was like, man, Lex was like, yo, hey, Weezy, look, I'm trying to tell him, let's get money. I'm trying to tell him, let's get money. Look, he be going over there getting the 8-ball. I said, bro, look, let's get a quarter. Let me get an 8-ball. You get an 8-ball. And I'm going to pay for everything. He was like, my homeboy going to give me everything. He ain't got to do nothing but bring it. That's what I'm trying to tell him to do, Weezy. He telling me to hold tight. Like, for real, I want some weed. Like, I'm trying to get some weed. I'm trying to get him. Man, Billy was like, all right, man, I'm going to get some weed, man. Calm your ass down, man. God damn. So I'm like, these dudes, wow. So I looked at it like, they was just sellies amongst this conversation. Just, you know what I mean? It's nothing. It's nothing crazy. So I'm just thinking it's nothing, y'all. So boom. We go to dinner, come back from dinner. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, I should have asked Billy to get down and get some weed and I could have put some money in. But like, it be certain dudes that like, if I'm not offered the deal, like I really don't go in, like try to be like, yo, bro, let me rock with you, bro. It depends. Like me and Billy was cool, but I don't think we was cool to that point. So I kept it the way it was. His roommate on the other hand, Lex really want to get in the car. I told y'all how Lex was. Lex is one of these dudes that really want to get in the damn car. Like he want to get some bread. So I can see when Lex be around his blood homeboys, you know what I mean? When he be around his blood homeboys, you can tell he was like kind of like the spoken leader, like without even giving him the title of being a leader, but just the things that he would say and like the way he would guide them dudes, like the way he was guiding them was about money, and I'll give him that, you know what I mean? Like you will see, it would be very rare you'll see that with the dudes that's in the gangs, like, you know what I mean? Especially in the beginning, they probably got dudes now that's in penitentiary that be kind of like, yo, look, we need to get together and get the bag as we gonna be in the gang, like, man, my word, Lex was already on that type of time, y'all, in like 05. He was already on that type of time. So, like, I know for a fact now that kind of like he got his homeboys thinking that he about to get weed and da-da-da-da, and this gonna happen, he gonna be straight in a while. Because when you know you got something coming, dudes always hollering at people like, yo, we're gonna be straight in a minute, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. So, from my view, it looked like the Bloods were happy because weed was on the way the following weekend, but at the end of the day, they probably didn't know it was gonna go like this. This is my word. Then he got down, Billy go over there that weekend come. Billy go over there and get the package. You know what I mean? Like I say, I seen Billy get weed once, and that was the time me and him swapped out. He don't be getting weed like that, because I told y'all what his shot is. He like that D-block. So he looked out for his roommate, I guess. Boom, Billy go to the VI. Billy used to go to VI early too. His girl, his baby mama come see him like 10:30. By the time count clearing after 11:30, he on his way back to the building with the package. So Billy come back. He come back. I see when he come back, I see Lex step out, you know what I mean? First Lex was standing by the cell, by 24 then. Lady said, get off the top tier. He got off the top tier, came down and wrecked. Start talking to the Bloods, he happy, like, I see him. He ain't happy, but like, you can tell like his swag up a little bit, you know what I mean? His roommate in the cell breaking down. So, shit was crazy. Bro came back, after bro put the cut down, you know what I mean? They call celebrate, Lex shoot back up there, Lex haul ass up them damn steps. He got up them steps fast as hell. He go down to 10 to 24. He walking his cell, you know what I mean? Him and Billy in there. The door closed. I guess they told the CO to close the door before all the cell break doors closed. She closed the door. Door closed, cut go up. Cut go up. They in there for another cell break. After that cell break was over with, they get somebody to open the door. He got one of his blood homies to get the door open. The door open. This is my word. Let's come out. Let's come down there. He got to the end of the steps and just sat down at the end of the steps. He was down there jump with the blood jump. He was sitting downstairs. He was like he was in deep thought. Nigga, Lex was like this. He was like, he was just thinking, then his homies pulled up. He like, oh, what's good, homie? Da-da-da-da. He was like, yo, talking to him. So I'm trying to see where the weed at. I'm like, where Billy at, man? I'm like, hey, Lex, he in there? He was like, shh. Yeah, he in there. I was like, excuse me. I squeezed them niggas on the steps. I was like, I did the weed run up that motherfucker. Got up them steps fast as a bitch, skipping the steps and everything. Hit the corner, go down to cell 24. I'm like, yo, Billy. He was like, I was like, what's up? He was like, nigga, fucking maniac, Weezy. I'm like, what's up? He was like, man, I gave the nigga a spoon, bro. I gave the nigga a fat street spoon, a big ass real spoon. I gave him a free jump. You know what I mean? He was like, I told him I ain't had a lot. Bro, that nigga ain't going, bro, listen, I move my pack the way I move my pack. You know what I mean? He was like, but I told him I ain't had a lot. So I'm like, you got a lot? He was like, I got an ounce. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, you spun bro like that. He was like, man, I'm saying, like, I ain't trying to spin him, but like, he just like, he think that I'ma save blood. I can't save blood, bro. Like, I'm like, he ain't looking at it like you saving blood, bro. He said, man, that's what the man said. And he said, the man said blood need a shot in his pod. He said it was destined for him to come in his pod. Now I mean, and moving the cell with him. So he's like, blood need a shot. A goddamn getting back on top. So he was like, his peoples do got everything. You know what I mean? He was like, man, but still though, man. He was like, man, I'm gonna be having my peoples meet people and shit and do all that shit. I said, so why you ain't tell him that shit, Billy, man? He was like, cuz, Weezy, man, that shit crowd. Like, look, I got $50, bro. Look, what you do? He was like, yeah, look, that's a lot. Here, go ahead and take the spoons. He gave me the spoons. You know what I mean? I took the spoons. He was like, look, you know what I mean? He said, just be smoking. He said, I ain't trying to say you can't sell your weed. He said, but look, I was like, I ain't selling shit. You know what I mean? He was like, so just smoke. He's gonna be like, you just bought some weed. He was like, bro, I told him I ain't had nothing but like a little quarter. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, that shit crazy. So I leave, you know what I mean? I leave. I look, Lex still looking angry as shit down there on the steps with his team. You know what I mean? Now, I can see the future of shit, like, because I done time enough. I done so much time, like, I know for a fact, kind of like, well, sometimes where problems can be sparked up. It just hasn't been lit. The light hasn't been lit up yet. So I knew that trying to lie about how much weed you got or this and that, usually y'all, that never works in penitentiary. I'm telling y'all, like, trying to play past people, we call it playing past people. Like, that's what we used to say in Virginia. Y'all playing past me, he playing past me, he trying to play past me. That was a normal word for people in there because people really used to play past niggas. That's my word. You had to sometimes. Like, you really had to play past people. So Billy was carrying it like, you know what I mean? I felt like he could have been truthful with the shit. He got niggas in there from Portsmouth. Like, if it's that serious, get bro out your cell, tell him the truth, and that's just what the county is. You know what I mean? Like, but I never knew. Like I say, Billy ain't no slouch. But I just thought he would really straighten dude, y'all. So boom, Billy don't straighten dude. He try to stick to the plan. You know what I mean? As I go to the cell, you know what I mean? I'm standing up there waiting for cell break. I got all these damn spoons in my pocket. I look to my right. I see Tommy coming down the tier. Tommy was like a light-skinned, pretty boy, slightly kind of dude. You know what I mean? Waves spinning out. He come down the jump. He like, damn, what's up with some smoke in here? I smell it. Where that, Weezy? He's always say, because he already know I'm smoking. He like, where that, Weezy? Who got it? Where that? I'm like, man, shit, it's in here, bro. I was like, bro, shit, I got it, bro. I got it for sale, bro. You know what I mean? What you trying to get? He was like, man, shit, what you got? I was like, bro, look, bro, don't say shit. I was like, I got some spoons, though, bro, but I ain't trying to put my business out there like I got spoons. I'm trying to find 2 people to buy spoons. That's it. If you trying to buy 2 spoons a piece, I'm going to sell 2 spoons a piece. I ain't got nothing but 6. Make my money back, make me another 50, and I'm going to fall back. So I'm like, look, that's all I got, bro. So he was like, damn, you got a spoon? I'm like, yeah. So as I see that, he look over at, I see him look at cell 24. He look over there, he was like, yeah, that wacky ass nigga got it, don't he? I was like, why you say that? He was like, you just left from the cell, Weezy. I seen you. I'm right over here in cell 44. I seen you in the cell talking to the nigga. I said, damn, nosy bitch. This is what I'm saying in my head. He like, man, he got that shit. I know he got that shit. I'm like, bro, I got it. I don't know nothing else about nothing. I don't know what the hell you talk about, but I got it, bro. He was like, man, shit, man. All right, I'm gonna come back and holler at you later. So he go back in the pod, and this is what dudes used to do. Dudes would do their investigation on every goddamn thing. So now it's been like 20, 30 minutes of dudes having weed in the pod. Now, the Bloods got a little bit of weed, but they ain't got nothing but a little petty ass spoon. He gave his roommate a spoon. I think, you know what I mean? He told the man he was gonna get some weed. He probably could at least give the man a starter pack, man. Give him a quarter. Tell him give you $1.50 back, bro, off your quarter. Let him get his money, bro, and let him be happy, man. Like, sometimes you just gotta know how to keep the peace. You can't be no chump about it, but if you know the man all the way from the detention home, all the way from upstate, goddamn, bro, get a man a break. So that's how I looked at it. I could be wrong. It's Billy package. I can't tell him what to do with his package, but now that Tommy out there doing this investigation on everything, he trying to really see what the hell is going on. Who got it? He trying to see who got that shit. Who got it? Yeah, damn. So I guess he found out. How he found out, I don't fucking know. But all I know is this. Somehow, Tommy went from hollering at me. He was like, yo, hey, look. He was like, yo, look. I'm about to buy some from Lex. I'm like, oh, yeah, you about to get some from Lex? He was like, yeah. He was like, Lex said, goddamn, he only got like a spoon, though. You know what I mean? But he said he ain't smoking that. He trying to sell the whole thing. I told him if you run out, come holler at you. I was like, why you do that, man? Why you do that, Tommy, man? Like, what you got going on, bro? I told you don't put my name in there because I ain't selling nothing like that. He was like, nah, he got money. But I told him you had some spoons too. He asked me was it the same weed. I was like, apparently. So the whole time, Tommy basically was just trying to stir stuff up. That's how I looked at it. He looked like he was just trying to get one up on Billy. Like, he didn't care about nothing else about getting one up on Billy. But little did he know, like, he was stirring up the wrong thing. So as he's saying that, I see Lex like, yo, Weezy. Yo, Weezy. I was like, yo. He like, yo, help me holler at you right quick. He way still down there by the steps. So I'm like, so we come out my cell. I'm like, walk down the steps. I'm like, what's up, bro? He was like, hey, you got some more weed for sale? Like, he asking me like he picking me, but he just still want to know. Like, I'm like, yeah, I got a couple junks for sale. What's up? He was like, how many spoons you got for sale? I said, one. I brought it down from the 2 I was selling just to, you know what I mean? Trying to save Billy a little bit because I didn't want Billy to think I was putting his business out there. You know what I mean? I just tried to sell the work. It's hard playing past people. Like I told y'all, man, it's hard to do that in there, man. It's hard to play past people. So I was like, bro, I got one. He was like, for real, I'm trying to buy the junk. He was like, it's the same my son got, right? I was like, yeah, but I ain't got a lot, bro. I just got one. He was like, all right. He leave from talking to me. He walk off and go back and start hollering at Tommy. And I see Tommy looking like, man, he got it, man. Don't quit letting him spin you. He got it. Why you letting him spin you? So I'm like, you must be really hate a person. They kind of like, they really put somebody in, you know what I mean? He put the man on blast. Like, I mean, everything is not everybody's business, y'all. You know what I mean? In there. But at the same time, though, like, Tommy just was really stirring stuff up, man. I'm telling you, man, like, he really wanted something bad to happen. And that jump just was crazy watching him act like that, y'all. So, boom! I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, I started feeling bad. I started feeling like, because every time I get it put in some stuff that I'm the third party and dudes got to come holler at me, then I know something terrible can happen. Like, I'll just feel bad about the situation. But I'm looking at it like this is the time right now that Billy need to go ahead and keep it gangster with Lex and let Lex know that it's a wrap, bro. Like, listen, bro, I'm not bringing the pack in for you and the Bloods. I don't want to make no moves with you, bro. No offense. It's nothing against you, but I'm not doing it. I make my own moves. That's all he would have had to say. That's all I would have said, because then can't nobody make me do nothing I don't want to do, regardless of who it is or what status he got. Nobody can do it, y'all. So I'm just looking at it like that. I'm feeling bad, but I'm like, maybe this is the time where they have to keep it gangster with each other. So they call lockdown. I see Billy come out, run down the steps real quick, get on some ice. Billy get on some ice. Billy go back up the steps. I see Lex that's kind of like waiting at the door, kind of like this, like kind of like with disgust look on his face. You know what I mean? Billy just come back in and pay no mind, breeze right past him. They go in the joint, they lock all the doors. All the doors locked. We locked down for count time. Now I told y'all, Billy and Lex cell is across from mine. I'm on this side of the tier. They on the 24 side of the tier. You know what I mean? So I can see their door. It's like, you know what I mean? So I'm in the cell. They come through and count. They come do their count. They walk by, they do the bottom tier. They leave out the pod. After they leave out the pod, I'm sitting there. I forgot what I was watching, man. But it's kind of like afternoon time. It's lockdown time for the rest of the night. So like, it's around like after 9:30 or something like that. So I forgot what I was looking at, but I'm looking at the TV and I'm watching the TV. And next thing you know, you just hear like some scuffling of sneakers, like, and then you heard boom, like a door rock. And then you heard the box, boom, boom. Then you heard like some noises like that. So I go to the door and I can see the dude, my next door neighbor, he on the door. Everybody looking like, yo, who that fighting? Somebody fighting. So everybody trying to lock in and see what's going on. But I see dudes popping up on different doors, especially across from me. They coming to the doors. They looking at us like, y'all over there fighting? We looking at them like, y'all over there fighting. So everybody trying to figure out who was fighting. As soon as we said that, you heard the door go, boom. And when the door made the noise, boom, I looked. It was cell 24. It was Lex and Billy in that jump. I was like, oh, shit. So they rumbling. That's all you heard now. You just started hearing. Like, they weren't really talking shit to each other. They were just in that bitch fighting like. Isn't that bitch fighting hard as a bitch? So niggas like, oh, shit. So everybody see what's going on, especially the dudes on my tier. Billy homeboy slept on the bottom tier. Now, I don't know if they was paying attention like all us was on the top tier, but everybody on the top tier was watching the whole thing. And it's my word. Goddamn, the nigga, man, whatever they was doing in there, that shit just stopped. It just stopped. It was over with. It was a wrap, y'all. It was over with. It was no more fight. It was no more fight. So everybody all night, me and my roommate like, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, yo, man, that's wild. Lex went in there and wrong with his roommate, though. You know what I mean? He was like, for what? I'm like, man, cause bro playing past him. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that's his stuff. You just need to be honest with him. like I would have done. You know what I mean? I was like, Lex probably mad because he wanted him to do this and do that, and then gave him a little bit of weed. He was like, he gave him a little bit of weed. I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, dude, Lex is psycho. I'm like, yeah, I know, but still though, like he gotta respect that the man ain't gonna work for him. Like everybody ain't with that type of time. So he like, man, that shit crazy. That shit about to get ugly because goddamn Billy homeboys goddamn once they find out what's going on, like they gonna want to goddamn see dude. You know what I mean? So I'm like, shh. That fast violence is involved, y'all. That fast violence comes. That fast, people gonna want to kill each other behind this. Two dudes that got dudes behind them just fought in the cell as roommates. This is a sticky situation right here, y'all, because this can get real dangerous right here, y'all. So boom! I ain't even gonna lie. Goddamn. I couldn't wait for the doors to pop. I stayed up a little. Me and my roommate was up kind of late. And then I went to sleep knowing that I want to get up early for breakfast. I gotta get my ass up early for breakfast because I gotta see what's gonna go on with this right here, man. I know it's probably only one person that was on the door watching this whole thing and listening to this whole thing that had a big ass smile on their face. And that was Tommy petty ass, man. Tommy started all this shit, man. But Tommy didn't like Billy. Billy didn't like Tommy. But now Tommy got one up on Billy because he told Billy roommate that he playing past him. So that's how that fight ended up happening, y'all. That's how the fight ended up happening. Next thing you know, they come doing count early morning. After count time was clear, stand by for breakfast. Stand by for breakfast. Stand by for breakfast. So everybody come out, boom, the doors pop. Everybody come out. Everybody out the jump. Niggas like, oh shit. You can feel the tension in the pod. Niggas looking around. Everybody looking, see groups of dudes, blood dudes, they go out. I look, this is my word. Everybody was waiting to see. I know the dudes on my side of the tier was definitely looking to see who's coming out the cell in cell 24. As soon as the doors pop, this is my word. I look, I see goddamn Lex. Lex come out first. Lex come out looking regular. Lex came out that jump looking regular. This is my word. He came down the steps regular. He get down the steps. Popping home, yeah, nigga, bitch ass nigga. That nigga a bitch had to put working on that bitch ass nigga. That nigga a bitch talking all that shit. Then he gonna fucking duck me, talking about he only got a quarter of weed. Weezy got weed, the nigga in 4 building got weed. That nigga talking all that shit, he gonna look out. Man, they gonna duck me like that. So niggas like, yo, his homies like, yo, you fucked him up? He like, yeah, I fucked that nigga up, he in the cell. So I'm like, oh shit, when he say that, I look, I see the 3 Portsmouth dudes up at his cell. So they must have did pin when all that noise was happening last night. So they go to his cell. You know what I mean? They say, exit for breakfast. Exit for breakfast. Everybody exit for breakfast. Goddamn, niggas start leaving for breakfast. I'm like, damn. So I'm like one of the last that's leaving. As I'm about to leave, I look back. 3D was definitely known for, and I told y'all, you supposed to go in your cell on Sussex 2 after everybody goes to trial because they don't want nothing to come up missing, nobody stealing. But 3D was the prime place that didn't care about that rule right there. If dudes went to trial, we could stay in the pod, stay on the phone, go in the shower. We can do a lot of things. And they didn't even say nothing to us because we in 3D. So everybody go to trial. I'm like one of the last ones leaving. I look back. I see goddamn the nigga Billy and his homeboys didn't go to trial. So I'm like, oh shit. So I get halfway to the boulevard. I was like, what they got? Nigga was like, man, they got farina and boiled eggs. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm not eating that shit. Only reason I got up was to see what the hell was gonna happen the next morning from that noise we heard that night. So that's the only reason I went to breakfast. Man, I come back in the pod. When I come back in the pod, I see the dudes, you know what I mean, hollering at goddamn Billy and shit. So goddamn, they hollering at him, you know what I mean? Billy ain't say nothing to me. I came straight in the pod and I sat at the table. Sports Center was on. But I can see them. They all over there huddled up talking. There's like 3, 4 of them. They over there talking. So I'm like, damn. So next thing you know, Billy got down, go to his man's cell. The lady opened the door for him. His man slept at like 21. He go to his man's cell. He come back out of his man's cell. I see him clutching. He clutching the jump. You know what I mean? I see how he fixed it in his pants. Man, this word, Billy went and got that hammer. Them boys told him, boy, you better go put that work in. That's what them Portsmouth niggas told him. Boy, you better go put that work in. This nigga just beat your ass and goddamn took. See, this is what I didn't know. I found this out later. The man took the rest of goddamn Billy package, man. He took the rest of his package. Now, he didn't come out and tell the homies that, but he took the rest of that nigga package and beat Billy ass. As I'm looking at Billy, Billy don't look like he got his ass whooped, but he do look like he lost a damn fight. He wasn't knotted up or nothing like that. He just looked mad, angry, kind of like, you know, like he took a couple blows. He looking super mad. When he told his homeboys from Portsmouth, them niggas was like, bro, you better go get that goddamn, man, fuck that. Them niggas went and got the knife for that nigga. Man, they went and got the knife for Billy ass, man. That's my word. They went and got the knife because at the end of the day, this type of activity that happened, the way Lex did what he did, regardless of what he thought was justified for him doing the things, it wasn't right. it wasn't right. And that type of stuff is going to bring violence. And most of the time, that type of stuff is going to bring violence with a weapon. So immediately, the Portsmouth dudes strapped Billy up. They scrapped him up, man. They scrapped him up. But the more and more, before Child came back, the more and more as they trying to pump Billy up, because that's what they was doing. They a little bit of distance from me. I'm sitting at the table. I hear them. They like, yo, when he come back in, let's run up and hit that nigga. If that nigga get the best of you, we got that nigga ass. Da-da-da-da. The more they talking to Billy, the more I see that stabbing a person. And, you know, a lot of people can't really stab people, y'all. Like, a lot of people would do it to protect themselves. And then you might get thrown in a prison that's really maniac land and stabbing all day long. And what's going on in there, you have to adapt. So if it's beef, you better learn how to do what they doing in there, which is stabbing. But Sussex had stabbings, but they would be justified stabbings. They wouldn't just be like, I'm going to get the weapon. It wasn't like how it is, like how dudes run and get the gun on the street now. Like, it was kind of like back in the day in penitentiary, like how it was on the street with guns. In penitentiary, the knife will come out, but it only come out for serious things. You had a few dudes in there that looked at it like how the young boys look at it now, like, I ain't fighting nobody. I ain't fighting nobody. I'm going to get my gun. And there you had a few dudes that be like, I ain't fighting nobody. I'm going to get my knife. But majority of the time, you'll get a fight. Now, if it's a group activity, then the weapons might come out and stuff like that. But the more and more I look at Billy, man, Billy didn't look like somebody that want to stab nobody, y'all. This is my word now. I'm thinking he's probably looking at it like, if I miss wrong, if I hit him wrong and miss, he can probably come at me, take the knife from me and kill me. Now, you got to think about stuff like that. For two, he's thinking that his homeboys got his back too. So he's looking at it like, I might have a chance. You know what I mean? Whatever he was thinking, I'm reading his damn brain. And his brain was saying, I'm scared as fuck. And it's okay to be scared as fuck when it comes to a situation like that. Because I'm letting y'all know now, I never stabbed nobody. But I know if I had to, I know that'll be one of the scariest things in the world. That's not like shooting a person, stabbing a person, putting something in somebody's body and pushing it down and watching blood squirt out and shit. That's some movie shit. But that's what goes on in prison. Dudes will stab the shit out you. But Billy wasn't with that. I know he wasn't with it. He's agreeing to do it, but I know I felt it, I seen it. I know a person, if he was ready to hit the nigga, he would have hit the nigga as soon as the doors would have popped. You don't need nobody to kind of pump you up, to hit somebody that robbed you and whooped your ass for nothing, basically. Like, this your roommate and all, and he a big blood or whatever, but at the end of the day, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you should have just attacked immediately. So from that right there, I already knew for a fact, Billy really didn't want no problems like that, y'all. He really didn't want to stab nobody, y'all. That's my word, so boom! Next thing you know, I see the slide open up. I see the first couple of old heads that be running back from Child. They come in first. The doors open, niggas coming back. Everybody coming back from Child Hall. Everybody in the pod. Everybody coming back. Everybody coming back in the jump. This is my word. I'm looking at Billy. Billy standing like by cell 6. It's like he got a good view of the door. He watched everybody come in. He like this. He got his hands in his pants. He like, he's just waiting. The homeboy standing in front. I'm like, yeah. Them niggas smoking cigarettes. I'm like, yeah. When he come back in, hit that motherfucker. Who the fuck this nigga think? I don't give a fuck if he blood, dog. I don't care about that shit. That nigga come in this bitch, hit that nigga, dog. I ain't trying to hear that motherfucking shit, dog. Hit that nigga, he come in here, dog. Hit that nigga. What the fuck? That nigga goddamn Billy just like, he just waiting. Niggas coming back in. Niggas coming back in. Niggas coming back in. Goddamn. That nigga just waiting. Goddamn. Next thing you know, you see a little blood dude come in. This is my word. Little blood dude. He fuck with goddamn the blood dude, the little blood dude we're talking about. He fuck with Lex. He always be with Lex. But he come back in without Lex. But he's like a little leader too. Kind of like, I forgot where he was from, but like a lot of bloods rock with him too. But he come in. He come in first. He come in and jump. Man, I promise y'all, man. Soon as this man came in, this nigga Billy said, he took off. I'm like, shit, I'm looking at that nigga. Billy was like, he pulled the joint out. He was like, dude seen him out his peripheral coming. Dude was like, dude weaved that shit. As he weaved, that nigga Billy said, he swung that shit. That shit said, that shit hit dude right here. It hit him like in his arm, shoulder, some goddamn way. Because he weaved, he seen him coming out of his peripheral. He was like, he weaved that bitch. That nigga Billy said, he swung that goddamn knife. That shit said, that shit hit bro, blue shirt, blue. Bro was like, that nigga started leaking. That nigga was like, he tried to recover. Man, as soon as that nigga tried to recover, man, I promise y'all on everything I love, the nigga Billy dipped with the knife. He ran. Man, that man took off running, ran in cell 5. They chilling by cell 6 and all that shit. I don't know whose cell. This isn't his cell. This man ran in the damn cell. So the Portsmouth niggas like, they looking like, yo, what the fuck you doing, dog? What the hell? Niggas like, man, what the fuck? What the fuck wrong with you? That nigga went in the jump. I guess he hit the booth, but close the door, close the door, close the door. The lady like, he like, I'm asleep, close the door. He lying and everything. Lady, close the door. Lady locked that nigga in. That nigga in the cell. Now he behind the door. His homeboys on the other side of the door. The blood dude like, so goddamn niggas coming back in. Them niggas like, goddamn the nigga Lex. He like, yo, what the fuck happened, you homie? He's like, yo, your fucking son stabbed me. Your fucking son stabbed me, yo. What the fuck, man? Nigga fucking hit me in my fucking arm. Nigga goddamn Lex was like, where the fuck that nigga at? Why you ain't stab me? What the fuck he at? He haul ass up the steps. He get up the steps. He go to the cell. He like, where the motherfucker at? Where that nigga at? Where he at? Where the motherfucker? Nigga was like, yo, he in cell 5. Goddamn, nigga was like, oh shit. The lady in the booth starting to see a little bit what's going on. Goddamn, she watching. She look, I see her. She looking. She standing up. She opened the doors, but she seen what's going on. That nigga goddamn Lex. That nigga came downstairs. He went to cell 5. The porcelain niggas were like there. He was like, yo, tell your nigga come out. Tell your nigga come out. I'm trying to see that nigga. Tell him that they was like, yo, man, the fuck, man, get the fuck. So him and the porcelain niggas get to arguing. Man, this is my word, man. Goddamn, these niggas get to arguing. Next thing you know, goddamn, the porcelain niggas and the blood niggas clash. Them niggas in that bitch rumbling. They right there in the pod rumbling. And they didn't even supposed to get in this shit unless dude was dogging Billy. Billy done put all these niggas into this shit because he was so scared of Lex on the low. He was so scared of Lex on the low. He stabbed the wrong blood. Now, he knew it was the wrong blood, but the reason why he stabbed him is because he just was trying to do something and get it out the way. I don't know why he stabbed goddamn the wrong blood and didn't stab Lex. It didn't make sense to me. But I promise y'all, I'm standing there out the damn way. Because when they started rumbling, man, this is my word. I see the lady do this. The lady was in the booth. I told you she was pinning this shit already. These niggas in the booth, the lady in the booth, she said, she got on the phone. She laid the phone down, went in the back. She come up with that damn shotgun. She said, stop right now. Y'all stop right now. They out that bitch running. Boom! She hit that bitch. That shit was loud as a bitch. Boom! She hit that goddamn gun. Niggas still fighting. Niggas like, yo, the police coming here. She hitting that bitch. Boom! Boom! She hitting niggas and not hitting niggas, but she letting that motherfucker ring. Boom! 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 She run out of shots. Police running that bitch. Police running that shit. Break this shit up. What the fuck wrong with y'all? Them niggas start breaking that shit up. These niggas rumbling hard as a bitch. All the police down there on the compound came in out pod. They said, lock down. Y'all lock down right now. Lock down. I'm like, damn, we about to be on lock for a minute after this shit. I go up the steps. I'm like, damn, I'm watching this shit. They got all them niggas handcuffs. I'm like, this shit crazy, man. Nigga Billy did this dumb ass shit. This is my word. Billy did that dumb ass. Nigga was like, damn. The CO looked at the other dude. He was like, hey, we got one over here that got stabbed. We got one over here that got stabbed. He got stabbed in his arm. Right here. Come on out. Dude was like, dude slept in cell 8. He was like, I guess he had to tell. You know what I mean? Maybe he didn't tell on Billy, but he had to tell he was stabbed. He couldn't hide that shit. Like, that shit was leaking. This man had a t-shirt over his joint. When they came back from trial, he was holding this shit with a t-shirt. The whole t-shirt was bloody. That shit was bloody sticky. It wasn't even bloody. It was sticky and bloody. So he had that shit. The nigga needed medical attention. He needed medical attention, man. So they grabbed him. Who stabbed you? Who stabbed you? He go to the booth. Who stabbed him? The lady was like, he in cell 5. The dude in cell. So she seen the whole shit. She was like, he in cell 5. Man, my word, they opened cell 5 up. They was like, why the fuck 3 of y'all in here? What cell you in? They talking to Billy. Billy was like, yeah, Billy say 24 cell. They was like, man, get your ass out. Get your ass out. He was like, turn around. Where the fucking knife at? Billy was like, I ain't got no knife. They start searching Billy dumb ass. Get out. Script search. They script search that nigga in front of everybody in the pod. Right here. Script search. They where the fucking knife at? Goddamn, they done took goddamn the blood nigga out the medical. Goddamn, they script searching on fine. They said, y'all step out. She script searched them niggas. Goddamn, them niggas went in the cell. Mattress. Flipping every goddamn thing. Niggas punish his goddamn cell. You hear me? They fucked his cell up. Man, they went in that bitch. Next thing you know, man, this shit go right here, man. They were like, who knife is this? You see the 2 dudes that was his homeboys, that was the cell. They're like, they looking like they don't even know what the fuck going on. This nigga done stabbed a nigga and ran in their cell. He like, yo, who knife is this? Who knife is this? Who taking his knife? Nigga like, and nigga Billy was quiet. I'm like, this nigga really quiet? I'm like, this nigga can't be quiet. Like, bro, you're not even gonna take the knife charge. I was like, this nigga Billy a piece of shit. He was like, don't worry about it. Lock all 3 of their ass up. All y'all, come on, put your hands behind your back. He locked, niggas was like, there was like this word, dude was looking at Billy like this, the other nigga getting handcuffed. He was like, fuck you doing, nigga? You ain't gonna take up. What the fuck? That's your charge. Man, that's my word. They locked them up. Billy up. The blood dudes. Lex went to the hole. All them niggas went to the hole, man. 7 people went to the fucking hole, y'all. And just like I be telling y'all how pods be flipping, that's a prime example. Violence makes pods flip. Dudes go to the hole in abundance, man. And all them niggas went to the hole. All them niggas went to the hole. That shit was crazy. They locked us down for one day. Know what I mean? After the next day, we come out. Goddamn, we come out. The niggas that sleep next to goddamn Lex and Lex and Billy, them niggas was like, yo, this my word. That nigga Billy was over there copping a plea. Lex was beating his ass and he was copping a plea the whole night. I was like, what? Man, get the fuck out of here. He was like, yo, man, Billy ain't want no problems with that nigga. He was like, that's why the Portsmouth niggas told him to go get the knife. He go get the damn knife and stab the wrong nigga. I'm like, man, he ain't stab. He wanted to stab who he wanted to stab, bro. He was like, yeah, but like, why? Like, dude ain't do shit to him. I was like, man, he probably just wanted to hit any blood he saw. I was like, which is still stupid, man. But like, that shit was crazy, man. My word, all the Portsmouth niggas on the compound was mad as fuck at goddamn Billy. They was like, when that nigga come out the hole, which he wasn't, because he got caught with the hammer. They said he ended up fessing up to the hammer. You know what I mean? Plus, the lady said he had the hammer, so he was stuck anyway. They knew it wasn't no dudes. He and they sell all type of shit. So the dudes wasn't snitching, but they basically was like, it wasn't ours. And they was right, because it was Billy shit, man. Man, this is my word. Them Portsmouth niggas was like, yo, when that nigga get out the hole, whenever they see that nigga, niggas was spreading the word like they gotta have Billy. Man, this is my word. I don't know if Billy's still doing time. I don't know where the hell he at. But I know for a fact them Portsmouth niggas want his neck. Because all them niggas went down for that shit, man. They end up having big beef with the Bloods. And this nigga didn't even do what he's supposed to did. He put these niggas' life at jeopardy, man. That shit was nuts, man. But like I told y'all, man, violence happened, man. This shit happens easily in there, y'all. You don't have no control over the way violence is happening in that bitch, man. It's just a violent place, man. And y'all should stay y'all ass out of there, man. And that's the end of the damn story. Y'all already know the count, man. I appreciate y'all for watching as always, man. And y'all already know what it is, man. I need y'all to stay y'all ass out the way. Why? Because I want to see y'all out here with y'all family, to be able to raise your kids, to see your parents get older, to see everything, man. You gonna miss stuff if you go to prison. You don't want to go to prison and mess up your whole life and you in there calling from a damn video visit. That shit in a damn way, a video visit, man. I'll let you know now, man. I wouldn't even waste my time getting my people to do that shit, man. That shit ain't nothing but wasted bread, man. A damn video visit, man. Should be a damn shame of yourself, man. Stay your ass out of jail. And you ain't got to make your peoples do all that stupid ass shit, man. All you got to do is just stay out the way. Mind your damn business, man. And you don't got to make your peoples waste money on you going to jail. Because that's kind of what it is when you go to jail. You're making your peoples waste money. Lawyers, bond, goddamn this, video visits, canteen, hot plates. All that shit equals up to a lot of damn bread, man. Weekly, man. And you don't want to put your peoples on that type of stress. Let's just stay out the way. We can eat our own shit. We don't got to get dumbass video visits. We can call on Skype or WhatsApp or whatever you want to use on FaceTime. You don't got to do this. Stay on the street, enjoy your life, man. And I guarantee you, man, it's a beautiful thing. Stay your ass out the way. But y'all already know the count, man. It's the Thursday banger right here. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do, man. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe and stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart,